What is up, guys? It is the DJ Fry, guest narrating for Scott the Acoustic Kind. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Who is this guy? What's he doing here? He doesn't know anything about Pokemon. He sucks. I want Scott back. Now, guys, I totally understand. I would rather have Scott narrate this battle than me. But just give me a chance. We'll try it out. Let's see how it goes. So, AirStrife opts to go for a chicken with apparently a nose afro. And Scott sends out Ice Climber's Final Smash. And the both of them right here just exchange T-Waves, Light Screens, Leech Seed. Scott puts up a Hail. Just game annoyances that no one likes, to be totally honest, because it makes the game go so long. And AirStrife opts to bring back his chicken and instead replace it with a tortoise that smokes pot. A lot of it. And this turtle apparently is rather emo and says, "Fuck you, world, I'm going out," in a bang. So he explodes, but you can't just kill Ice Climber's Final Smash like that. It is pretty hardy. You have to do a lot of attacks, so it stays alive. And Scott gets a little bit parahacks there. You know, no big deal. It's going to happen in the game. And so the AirStrife brings in some kind of gay dancer. Not sure about that. So Scott brings in a flying squirrel with claws. God, can you imagine if those existed in real life? How terrible that would be? Man, you're just like minding your own business, walking around, and suddenly you look up in the sky and these things fly to your face and just rip it apart. Anyways, back to the battle. AirStrife takes back his gay dancer. You know, it's just not in the mood, and instead replaces him with a pile of crap. Yeah, muck. Apparently named Gremlin because he's green. I like the reference there. Gremlins are actually in fact green. Anyways, both of them right now are just eating leftovers and. Like, actually, the Muck's eating black sludge, and he goes for, or fucking Bananas goes for an Earthquake, which will do a ton of damage because it's super effective versus Muck, obviously. But this Gremlin is a beast because he is from Lord of the Rings. Oh wait, those were orcs. Either way, he's ugly as sin, just like those orcs. He extends an Ice Punch because pieces of crap can use ice moves. Yeah, Tendo. Makes a lot of sense. But anyways, now, like, once again, this game's just going slow. They're healing back up. And AirStrife apparently doesn't like his orc from the Lord of the Rings. And so he goes and switches for a duck that ate a king's crown and it got stuck in his head. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. It's a Golduck. It's a fucking Golduck. And you know, having an Earth type isn't going to work so well, so he goes for the ZZ Master, who blocks the hypnosis extremely well, being a insomniac that doesn't sleep at all. So, you know, I guess that's one of the good things about not sleeping. You'd think, you know, someone trying to put you to sleep would actually do great things for your health, but, you know, he decides to ignore it and instead tosses him around for a nice 100 damage. Hail keeps falling. It's going to follow this entire battle. It's really obnoxious. Makes the game go so much slower. Golduck goes for the Surf, which is going to do some decent damage, not a whole lot. And the ZZ Master goes for the Poison, because what's better than poisoning your enemies? I mean, can you imagine now if this Golduck dies and a human goes and consumes it? He's going to get poisoned too. You know, like, this isn't good for Mother Nature. But, obviously, Scott doesn't care. He does it anyways. So he's going to go for, we're all guessing, probably the Wish Stall. Sends out the Wish. Up comes Protect, I'm sure. Does this quite a lot. It's a good play. You know, why not? Get you some health back. Yep, there it is right there. So the Hypno goes for Protect because he's a little bitch. But actually what he's trying to do here is the Golduck looks rather hungry if you look at him. And the Hypno's actually carrying a donut on a string. And he's trying to, you know, he's trying to give the donut to the Golduck, but he doesn't really want to, so he's like kind of taunting him. He's like, Hey bitch, you want this donut? You want this donut? Too bad, fucker, it's mine. So that's why the Golduck's so pissed, but he can't do anything about it, so he faints via poison. ZZ Master's still in, looking like a little wall, and in comes a Daffodil. And we all know daffodils are extremely effective against living creatures. They have great long range, and they're able to move and attack. And no, they're not, guys. They're not. Daffodils can't do shit. So Scott goes for Protect as the obvious Solar Beam comes at him. But, you know, I'm assuming the Solar Beam's going to come... Oh, there it is, yeah. Ooh. But it's not going to do a whole lot to a Psychic like ZZ Master. But Scott goes for the Wish, just opting to wall him now that he's got, you know, the poison on him. So the Daffodil's crying right now because he's got poison, he's rooted to the ground, and oh, there we go. His master brings him back and sends out the Gay Dancer again. Though I am liking the MC Hammer Pants. They add a very nice touch. You know, it's a little bit manlier than just not having anything. ZZ Master goes for another toss, doing some nice damage again. And we gotta wait for the sun. I guess at least it's not hail. You know, but either way, there's always something up. There's always something. The weather's just terrible over here. One minute it's, you know, it's hailing, it's beating people up. Next minute it's burning hot. But that's the way it's gonna go. So the Gay Dancer goes for an Ice Punch because he's related to the Muck that used the Ice Punch before. And right now, they just can't do any damage to the ZZ Master. AirStrike's trying every Pokemon he has, but with this Wish Protect and this Toxic Stalling, not to mention some S-tosses, you know, when he's got time, they're just not able to break through. Though that did a nice lot of damage there. Though Scott's going to throw another S-toss, and... oh, that's not going to kill him, is it? Shouldn't. Oh, it brings him right down. But here comes the Wish, which will heal him right back up, so... AirStrike's not able to break through this Hypno here, so great Hypno stalling by Scott. Mainly just stalling, apparently. So, you know, the Gay Dancer's mad, which is why he's flicking him off. I mean, if you look at his right hand, our left side, you see he's got a slight birdie raise towards Hypno, mainly because Hypno is once again taunting him with the donut too, much like he did the Golduck. And this S-toss will obviously finish the Gay Dancer off. So down he goes. AirStrike's got 3 Pokemon left. He's got, you know, let's see what he pulls in, and he's gonna go obviously for the Muck, who's got his middle finger raised, much like the Gay Dancer. We're noticing a common theme in AirStrike's Pokemon. They like to flick people off, and they like to use Ice Punch. That's not much of a common theme, actually, now that I think about it. But anyways, back to battle. Muck uses Rest and goes to sleep, and it takes forever to heal his HP because he's got a lot of it. And so ZZ Master comes back and out goes fucking bananas because he can do some nice damage with his Earthquake. But I'm expecting a Sleep Talk here. Yep, there he goes. So we got Sleep Talk coming, and ooh, the Ice Punch. What a good one to come out. So that's going to do a lot of damage on the fucking bananas. So this Flying Squirrel is a little pissed that he got punched by ice, but he got punched by ice by a pile of crap. I would be kind of mad too if, you know, some sludge just reared up and ice punched me in the face. It would probably ruin my day now that I think about it, but it hasn't happened yet, so let's just keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't. Fucking Naz goes for a Roost because he is low on HP. I don't know what happened in the video there. It kind of lagged. You know. The Muck goes for another Sleep Talk and gets the Poison Jab this time. Not nearly as good. That's not going to do anything to the ground fucking bananas. And more lag. It feels like we're playing Modern Warfare. Yeah. Goes for the Earthquake. This is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. It's not going to kill the Muck, or at least it shouldn't, but it's going to bring him way down. So, this green gremlin wakes up and wishes he was named the Green Goblin because he would do probably more damage to this Batman creature. That was a bad pun. I'm really sorry about that. And isn't able to kill, but does quite a lot of damage. Leftovers is going to heal him up, and then Earthquake's going to finish off the orc from Lord of the Rings. So down goes the really ugly thing. Even his mother didn't like him. So AirStrike's got 2 more Pokemon left. It's not looking that great for him, but he's going to carry on. So he sends out the chicken with the afro nose. And what I mean by chicken, guys, if you look, it clearly looks like a chicken head on the left side, underneath the white eyes. But anyways, that afro cannot stand up to an earthquake, and it goes right down. And right now, it's not looking good, as you can tell by the daffodil crying down there. Now, that's not a daffodil. Why do I keep saying daffodil? That is a sunflower. I am retarded. I'm sorry, guys. This whole time I've been calling it a daffodil. It is clearly a sunflower. It's even named Sunflora. You have to be mentally retarded to not know that. Goes for the EQ. It does not kill. Sunflora is going to go for the hidden power, which probably should kill, but fucking Bananas is a beast and hangs on there. And poison should finish this thing off. Nope, doesn't finish it off, but this last EQ will. So, GG. Good game, the AirStrife. Good game, Scott. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you really like this commentary. Once again, I am the DJ Fry. I don't really do a whole lot of Pokemon videos, so if you're looking for that, I'm sorry. I do some Mario Kart stuff. I made Scott's background if you like that. You know, I'm not asking for subs. I'm asking for you to sub Scott, which you probably already did, because he's got great battles and much better commentary than what I can give to him. So, thanks guys for listening. I'm talking way too long. Peace. Take it easy.